Jay-Z's new music streaming service Tidal was launched with great fanfare just last month, and it's already run into some big problems, it appears. The CEO is out, Tidal's cutting staff, and the competition is getting huge new waves of funding. So what happened, and why so quickly? Joe Levy is a contributor to Rolling Stone, Billboard, and Q Point. He joins us here again at CBSN. Joe, always good to see you.
Good to see you.
So I guess this is an indication of our day and age. It was something launches a month ago, and we're talking already about whether it's a flop or not.
Wow, talk about a need for instant gratification. Here's a music streaming service that is barely, I mean, it's not even 2 months old. And the question is it a success or a failure? A lot of people don't even know what this is. Tidal has moved very quickly. They moved quickly to get their difference out into the market. They had exclusive songs from Rihanna and Beyonce a few weeks ago, and that does seem to be what they can offer. The artists are part owners, they're equity holders. If you have artist owners, you'll have great artist relations, and this is going to be crucial in the streaming wars moving forward. But it's a war. It's not just one battle, and it's not over yet.
And then how does Apple and Beats figure in here?
Well, as I said, it's a streaming war. Tidal is out there early, and it's out there early saying, hey, artists own this, and artists are part of this, and also it isn't saying, but artists will offer exclusive music. That's what they've shown us. That is really going to be part of what happens when iTunes relaunches Beats later this year. There is going to be very fierce competition for artists' exclusives. What album can you only get on iTunes and Beats that you can't get on Tidal or Spotify? Spotify, to be sure, may be worth a lot of money, maybe, but it is in a difficult position. It has to renegotiate contracts with labels. Labels don't like the idea of the Spotify free service. So there is a war shaping up and battles on numerous fronts.
One of the reasons why people don't sign up for the free services, whether it's Pandora or Spotify, is because a lot of people don't mind listening to those ads. We grew up listening to radio.
That's right. Spotify claims that when people come in on the free service, they transition easily to the subscription service. They have 15 million subscribers, which certainly dwarfs Pandora's 2.5 million subscribers. That number's a little old, but it's not going to catch up to that 15 million quickly. And people don't mind because they like what Pandora offers. The average listener does not want on-demand streaming, which is what Spotify is so good at. Sit down, listen to an album, think it over, talk about it with your friends. They just want to hear some music, and Pandora delivers that well, delivers it with fewer commercials than you hear in your car on the way to work if you're listening to terrestrial radio, and people are happy.
Now, on the subject, the reason why I brought up radio and terrestrial radio is because Norway announced this week that by 2017 they are going to phase out FM radio. Something I suppose a lot of people saw coming eventually, but still these markers are interesting and maybe sad to note.
Maybe sad to note. Just to be clear, they're phasing out FM for digital audio broadcasting. So they're not just switching over to the internet. This is a different protocol. You'll still get the music as though you were listening to terrestrial radio if you have the proper equipment. And yet, yeah, something is changing. But let's also remember, you get in a car today, you have FM, you have AM, you might have Sirius, but you still have AM radio. That didn't go away in the U.S. when FM came in.
And these big famous FM stations around the country and around the world will continue to thrive just under different delivery systems.
That's likely. Certainly the biggest radio corporation in the U.S., iHeartRadio, used to be Clear Channel. That's what we knew it as. They have positioned themselves very well for a digital future. They see this coming, and they have an app that you can get any iHeartRadio station streamed on your phone. They're negotiating deals with labels and artists in order to move into a digital future where they pay people fairly. They are at the forefront of making a switch before a switch is made on them.
What's the music pick of the day, by the way?
Courtney Barnett. Okay. My new favorite, you and I were talking about this earlier, Australian punky singer-songwriter, really good new record out.
This is what Joe and I geek out about on a weekly basis. Joe, thanks very much.
Good to see you.